everyone. This is my 2022 houseplant wish list, and I cannot wait to share these plants with you. It's not easy for me to make a wish list because I have to be so mindful with my plant collecting these days just because I don't have a lot of space at home anymore. Basically, if I own a plant, it's because it's one of my favorite plants. So I've gone through and just really carefully selected the plants that I am desperately excited to try out. And you can see kind of what some of my choices are in this preview, but I have a few more and I'm really excited to share them with you. I am a little nervous about bringing new plants in because if I bring new plants in, that means I'm going to have to get rid of some of my old ones, but I think it's going to be completely worth it, and I'm so hopeful for an exciting 2022 in the houseplant world. My name is Bridget, and this is Liquidambar Girl Gardening. My number 9 wish list houseplant is Hoya Multiflora. And if you're a Hoya person, this may be a little baffling to you. I know they don't have the foliage that a lot of people collect Hoya for, but I'm here for the blooms. They're so beautiful. They're kind of really unique to Hoyas. A lot of Hoya blooms don't look really like that. They come in like a softer yellow with a white center, or also a more orangey yellow like you're seeing there. I'm just really crazy about these plants. I cannot wait to own one. My number 8 wish list plant is Philodendron McDowell. I mean, just look at these pillowy, deep green leaves. I am crazy about these plants. I've had a couple chances to buy one and haven't, just because of the size of these plants. I mean, once they start putting out some really big leaves, they can take up a lot of space, and it's space that I don't have, but it stays on my wish list because I love it. Wish list houseplant number 7 for me is Hoya Ganongading, and I'm positive I do not pronounce that correctly, but that was my best effort. I mean, the color that can happen on this Hoya is just so diverse. It's so beautiful. It's basically the quintessential Hoya that everybody wants. I have had trouble with my Hoya calistophylla in the past, which makes me a little nervous of owning this one, but I'm going to do a trade for it in the spring, and I'm really excited. Even though I'm nervous, I'm excited too. I've never grown an Anthurium before, but Anthurium Politiflorum is my choice for my wish list plant number 6. I am completely smitten by this plant, and even though I have long feared trying to grow Anthurium, I am going to give it a try for this plant. If I find it, I will be buying it as quickly as possible. So beautiful, those long strappy leaves. It's almost like Anthurium vitarifolium, just that it has a silvery sheen. They're just beautiful. My number 5 wish list plant is Syngonium Styromarkeai. And if you look at these leaves, I don't know about you, I have never seen another Syngonium that has leaves that are shaped like this. And also the texture on a Syngonium leaf is really unusual. So I, just for those reasons and the fact that it's a beautiful plant, I'm really wanting to get my hands on this one. However, I don't have much hope of that because the price tag on this one is high. So I don't know, maybe I'm gonna have to wait until maybe the market gets a little more saturated with them, or maybe I'm not in the right Facebook groups. I don't know, but I haven't seen this one in an affordable situation, and I've been looking for actually for a few years. So hopefully some. My number 4 wish list plant is another philodendron. It's Philodendron Patriciaca or Patriciaca. Not sure how to say that one, but it gives me the jungle vibes, and I am crazy about it. It is, of course, the most of the leaves that you're seeing here are mature leaves, so they're super long, very, very narrow, and then they have these gorgeous ripples. It looks like it can't even be real. They're so beautiful. But again, because of the size of this plant, just like the Philodendron McDowell, I do not plan on buying it. I just plan on having it on my wish list. Okay, we're to number 3, and that is a Hoya. This is Hoya Epc319PG04, which is a huge mouthful. It also has about 10 other names that you can find it under, like if you're trying to buy it on Etsy or something. I'm just really fascinated with this plant. It really is like a miniature Hoya Multiflora, which I love. I really love Hoya Multiflora. It looks just like that, just tinier leaves. So it's going to fit into a nice small spot. I can put it in my window, which is exactly what I need in my collection right now. Hoya kaimuki is one of my dream plants. It's plant number 2 on my wish list. It comes from the parents Hoya McGillivray and Hoya Archboldiana. So it is a cultivar, and it has these big, humongous blooms, big, long, kind of narrow, dark leaves that can be very, very dark. It's really just, if I get to own this plant, I will be so happy. It is truly just like a dream Hoya for me. My number 1 wish list plant is Philodendron Florida Beauty. This one is one that I've wanted for a long time. I already love the Florida Ghost. I love my regular Philodendron Florida, which is the all green version. I love the leaf shape of these plants. I like that they are easy to propagate, and I mean, look at the variegation. They're just so pretty. The only thing really is that the price has been prohibitive for me in the past, but I think that I'm going to make it my priority. I'm going to actually do some active savings so that I can add this plant to my collection this year, because I really, really love it. And that is all the plants for my wish list in 2022. That was 9 plants. Like I told you before, I'm not even trying to buy or trade for all of these. Just a few of them that I'm going to hopefully attain in the new year. I was curious if any of you have the same plants on your wish list, or do you own any of these plants? Maybe you want to trade. Comment below. I'm very interested to know what everyone else is loving right at the moment. That's like my favorite part of plant collecting. So I hope you all have a really wonderful week and a really wonderful 2022. I'll see you in the next video.